Hey guys, it's Arcade and today I'm gonna steal your melodies. Yeah, you. No, I asked you to send melodies, and you did. A lot of you did. And today I'm gonna make a song using your melodies. So I am gonna take a look at some of the melodies, choose 3 of them, and make a song with each one. Sounds good? Anyways, we're not gonna make a full song, but probably like a drop or something. Also, this video is brought to you by Skillshare. More on them later. Anyways, let's get started. Let's browse through these melodies. I am gonna preview them with a trusty piano sound. That's actually pretty good. Okay, that is going to be my first one. Luckily, he got the first alphabetical order, but I like this one. I'm gonna take a first one, and it's gonna be this one. So the first melody, first song. Let's get to it. So this says 154 BPM, but I make the rules here, so I don't care. What about 170, like drum and bass? Okay, I'm gonna go with like 134. Which is unusual. I don't even know what that is. But I'm gonna start with that. So first, let's choose some sounds. And of course, I'm gonna use Nexus because that's just what I do. Best way to start. And I'm gonna take the lower notes and make a bass line. So first, the bass. And let's choose like a basic. Okay, let's start with that. Then let's go with the chords as a whole. So I suppose something like this, just like so. We got it all. So take the chords, slap them in here. Again, do a generic chord sound. I think I'm gonna use Serum for this one because I know a generic chord sound, which is Hyperso from Leeds. And now we are left with the melody and this ending piano, which we can use. And then use a generic lead melody for starters. And this is what we have so far. Okay, pretty good actually. Okay, so these sounds are not ideal, but we're gonna go with them because I'm not sure what style I want to turn this into. So I'm gonna start with the drums now, and then as we go, we're gonna change the sounds and sound design and mixing and stuff like that. So bear with me until I figure out what genre this will be. And the best way to figure out the genre is to add the drums. So that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, after all, the BPM he recommended, 154, well I have 156, is actually probably the best one it works with. And I'm thinking sort of like a hardstyle almost, certainly something fast. So now, let's change this bass to something more dirty. Okay, we're gonna take this sound and then one more for the sub bass. So essentially, let me just put this on a new track, delete the low frequencies from here. And then this one is gonna be only the low frequencies. We need a basic sub. Let's take Serum. Put this on a new channel as well and lower the high frequencies. So we only have the sub. Okay, so far we have this. Maybe we can slow it down, we'll see. Now let's add some cymbals and maybe change the kick. And you already know I'm going to Kashmir's kicks. This one is decent, let's keep it, but let's try another one as well. Okay, so far so good. Let's add the cymbals. Basically some effects. And of course, they need to be in the right BPM. Maybe pre-shifted claps as well. Okay, let's do some mixing now. I'm gonna use Wave Candy and check the volumes. Basically, you wanna have the kick on the highest volume with the claps, then the melody, the chords, the bass, somewhere around that. Make sure the kick is like -4 dB and everything else is a bit lower. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and I'm gonna get back to you once it's done. Okay, so far so good. Now let's change the melody sound a bit. Although this one is pretty good, we want something more balanced. Maybe layer this one with another sound as well. So I'm gonna lower this. So let's layer it with another sound. And I'm thinking about changing the bass also. So many sample packs, but no basic sub bass. So I'm gonna go to my sample pack, of course, and check that one out. Because I know I have some really basic sounds there also. Some essentials, you know. So yeah, bass essential. Maybe like this. And now let's do like a fill. It's gonna be a bit tricky. Take this bit from the melody, put it on a new sound, put it in here. And now go to vocals. Now let's do a little vocal fill, like this. And layer it with the snare as well, like this. Yeah. And we're just gonna slide it in here. And now let's take like a big effect. Something like this. And definitely a sweep up, like a long one. Something like this. Crazy stuff. Hell yeah. And then the last hit, of course. Just randomly piano suddenly. And yeah, let's color it and let's have a listen to our first song. First of all, great melody. Hopefully I did a pretty good job in 40 minutes. Let's see how it sounds. Hell yeah, a pretty cool melody for sure. We cannot spend too much time on each project, so we're gonna move to the next one and do the transition or something. Next one, please. Okay, just yeah. And it's day 2. Now I'm gonna make another song with another one of your melodies. And you sent me a lot of good melodies and a lot of bad ones as well. So that leads me to our sponsor today, which is Skillshare. On Skillshare you can learn a lot of new skills, and one of my favorites is music production. Who would have thought? Anyways, as you can see, there is a lot of classes teaching you all about music production, and a lot of them focus on music theory. And right now, I would recommend this class by KF, Play the Piano by Ear. If you can play the piano by ear, you will have no problem just thinking of a melody and then putting it in your DAW. For me, the best way to learn how to make melodies is to learn how to play the piano by ear. If you are more interested in how to use FL Studio specifically, you can just search for it, FL Studio, and see tons of classes on how to use FL Studio in here as well. So the first 1,000 people who click the link below will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. That means you can watch all of these classes for free for 1 month. I think it's a great deal. You can learn a lot of new skills in 1 month, so definitely give it a shot. But now let's get back to the video. Let me just again open our trusty piano and let's go from the bottom this time. Okay, this one is pretty interesting because I can think of like a bounce track. So let's go with this one. I think it's interesting. I want to see what I can actually come up with. This is not the type of melody I would make, so that's why I chose it. I guess this melody is from Nicholas, but the name is here. Wait, why did you put it there? Okay, it's there, but okay, whatever. That's the name. Note to self, make a joke out of it in post-production. Yeah. Okay, oh, this is this type of melody is like in a different time signature, right? I hate those. So yeah. It's this time signature. Okay, I guess we're gonna work in the 3/4 or whatever, I don't know what it's called, but this time signature, which is gonna complicate things to say the least. I have no idea how to do this. Wait, if I'm gonna add drums, they're gonna be sort of out of the rhythm. So yeah, let's start with that. Yeah, why do I always make things hard for myself? Anyways. Let's just see how it goes with the time. Okay, not well. Okay, since it's a different time signature, it's just gonna be so weird. I have no idea what type of song I want to make. I never worked with a time signature like this. So let's set the time signature here as well. How do I do that? I forgot. Shit! It was in my tips and tricks video, but I don't know anymore. Time signature. Okay, so first time making the song is in this time signature, so it's gonna be fun. Or not. It's gonna be struggle, I think. Now let's go and set up the bass, chords, and the lead, just as we did before. Okay, that's gonna be the bass for now. I think a pluck. I don't know if it's against the rules, but I want to edit the melody slightly here. Well, I'm not gonna edit the melody, but I'm gonna edit the bass, just adding a different rhythm for the bass. Okay, that rhythm sounds a little bit more like I wanted it to, but now let's turn its drums into more of a slappers, or I don't know why I said that word, but that's what it's gonna be. They're just gonna slap, okay? And I want sort of a dubstep, I guess. So far, trash, but we're gonna fix that. Well, first we can increase the BPM, I think. Okay, sounds better. Now let's put these on some separate channels, I guess. And we're gonna sidechain them as well. So we route it to this track only, route to this track only, route to this track only. Then we take the kick, sidechain to this track. So let's just call this SD as sidechain, and it's gonna be red. And then we put a limiter on it, change it to compressor, sidechain. And now we have the sidechain. Pretty brutal, so maybe a little bit less. And maybe not all the sounds, like maybe the lead actually doesn't need to be sidechain. Okay, now we need also some rides, right? Can't do it without them. But how do I do offbeat rides here? I don't even know. Can I change the time signature here as well? Or is that just not a thing? I guess it's not. Take those rides and ride them out. Maybe layer it with a piano? Maybe not. I'm not sure. Like that. Okay, and you know what's coming here? The fill. That's exactly what I want, so let's get it. Wait, but these won't fit because it's this weird time signature, so I have to do them myself. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. I love that. Okay, can we increase the BPM even more? Like 128. Okay, sounds good. I think we can do it. And I have an idea. Woo! Chance. That works. And this classic one that everybody should know. And I would like some dubstepy part here, but I don't know if that's spending too much time on it. Let's color it. And if I hit like a good dubstep sound, maybe we can just do it like a generic dubstep drop there. This color is just not how it looks. Pretty harsh colors. Okay, whatever. And now we just do like a dubstep thing. Okay, let's go to C room. Maybe something like this. It's nice considering I just spent a few minutes on it. Okay, let's try to improve it. Layer it with a lead or something. Okay, at this point I'm making the melody, but I just want to add it anyways. Can't help it. Okay, one more synth and I'm done, I swear. Okay, here's the result of this second melody, and of course I added a little bit of a twist there of my own, even though I'm not sure if it fits well, but I just couldn't help it. Anyways, here it is, enjoy. And there we have it. That second drop almost sounds like a different song. But anyways, thanks for the submission. Really good melody, actually. Now let's move on to the melody number 3, which will be our final. Let's get it. Again, our piano is here. Also getting like an Avicii vibe from this, or tropical house maybe. Okay, I like this one. I'm gonna go for it. Let's do 110 BPM. I seem to pick the melodies that I wouldn't have made myself because that's just more interesting for me. So let's take the bass notes once again and we're gonna assemble the bass line. So again, starting with Nexus, always good to use it for the basic sounds. Now for the chords, we probably want a piano. So which are the chords? I mean, the bass and that, or is it this whole thing? Let's see, because if this is the chords, that's pretty complex. Yeah, I think so. A little bit of a strange rhythm, but I'll take it. And then the melody. I can already feel the tropical vibes. Let's change the bass sound. Okay, way too low. And I'm gonna do some changes to the bass sound. Hopefully that's all right. I mean, similar melody, but just like a little bit of a rhythm change. Something like that, you know? Yeah, that's the changes I wanted to make. Let's make this piano a bit more tropical housey by raising up the high frequencies. And this, the melody. The melody, we can keep the guitar maybe, but also some flute or something. And this melody is by Qviztn? Maybe. I don't know the name, I'm gonna check it after I record the video, but it's by this guy right here, hopefully. Okay, pretty good. Now the drums, and I'm gonna use my sample pack. It has the best drums. Link below. We need to sidechain this for sure. Let's put it on channel, well, let's put it on separate channels. Suddenly you can hear the kick. How is that possible? Sidechaining. Okay, it's still pretty bad, like the sounds are not great. Maybe this kick, while it's good, because it's from my sample pack, let's just lower this and have it a bit more muted. And the clap, same thing, let's just have it more subtle, so lower the high frequencies. Maybe a tambourine loop. Now to make this more interesting, I think the lead sound, like the flute and stuff, should be a different sound, because this is like the basic tropical house one-on-one, but I want something more unique, maybe like a vocal chop. Yeah, that might work, even though it's a bit crazy. Okay, let's do some mixing here. Do wave candy, peak meter, and check our volumes. I will check the volumes, adjust them, and be right back. Okay, I'm back. The volumes, I adjusted them a little bit, but they were mostly good. Let's make a build up here, actually. Maybe that will help. And we can sort of introduce this melody. So a really simple thing you can do in the build-up is just play the melody there, but with a filter on it. So just gonna go to number 7. Bam, low pass. Just move it like this, then automate this, and it's gonna slowly come in. Let's also take some effects from here, straight up. If you want to get any of these samples, they are from my big fat Christmas bundle that is still available. Okay, let's color it. And of course, we're gonna go with yellow because it's tropical house, and orange. Nice. One more thing I'll add is this tom fill. And that's it. We should be done. Now let's have a listen to our final song, which turned out to be some tropical house. And it was made by this guy. Enjoy. listen, that is it. Thank you all for your submissions. There were actually a lot of good melodies. I want to do this again. If you want to check out Skillshare and learn more about maybe producing melodies, check out the link in the description. And other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.